gosh. Whoa. Bottom line, the prosecutor is trying to make the point it never happened, in his opinion. She cut her hand killing Travis Alexander, not making a zillion margaritas at some restaurant. All right, let's debate it. Is this a brilliant grilling or enough already? Bring in our expert panel. I'm going to start with the defense. Rene Sandler, what say you?
I say enough already. Enough. Move on. Let's talk about the murder. Does he want to score some points with this jury and talk about what this case is about? Let's move on. This is feeding right into the defense strategy. Collateral details inure to the defense, not the prosecution. That's where prosecutors lose cases.
What do you say? Tanya Young-Williams, celebrity spokesperson, National Domestic Violence Hotline. You think this is brilliant or a bomb?
Well, I think that the jurors have proven that they have listened to the testimony very, very well, and they have their questions, they have their answers. I think it's minutia. I think he's overcompensating because he thinks they might have missed something. But at the end of the day, it's very clear with over 200 questions, they've asked what they've needed to hear. And I've sat in the courtroom, Jane, don't forget, and looked in jurors' eyes for over 4 months of a trial, and I can tell when they're exhausted. They get it. Let's move on already.
We're all exhausted, but it's not just the prosecutor's fault. Let's go to Jordan Rose for the prosecution.
You know, before the jury questions, I would have said, oh, it's minutia, he's got to move on. But we listened to those jury questions, Jane, and my goodness, they picked up on every little detail. They clearly took more care and attention to all the lies than I would have ever thought. And so I think he is absolutely hitting her hard in the place that he needs to affect those jurors, and that was shown by the hundreds of questions. He's showing she's a liar. He's repeating it.
And guess what? We just got breaking news just in. Turns out that they have still more questions. And those could be read. And then each side gets to question her after that. I mean, honestly, there are marriages that have lasted less time than this woman has been on the stand at this point. A lot of hostile questions from the jurors. None more hostile than this one. Check this out.
After all the lies you have told, why should we believe you now?
Lying isn't typically something I just do. I'm not going to say that I've never told a lie in my life before this incident, but the lies that I've told in this case can be tied directly back to either protecting Travis's reputation or my involvement in his death in any way, because I was very ashamed of the death.
Celine Darklestanier, our senior producer in court, listened to these more than 200 questions from the jurors, many of them hostile and sarcastic. What did you take away? Because if they think she's such a pathological liar, why ask her anything at all? Your thoughts, your feeling as you're listening to these questions.
We were listening to the questions, all of them very skeptical, all of them saying, if you were lying, why should we believe you now? That was the big question that the entire courtroom took note of. And then all the other questions of, well, you didn't have any injuries, you bumped your head on the floor, and this guy was stabbed 29 times and dragged around the house. Really, really skeptical of Jodi Arias, questioning her with hard-hitting questions. But as the judge was asking the questions, as she was answering them, we could look at the jury box, and they were writing more questions, and they were passing him over to submit it into the jury box. So there's a whole nother slew of questions they have for her, because as she's answering them, they have more follow-up questions. I don't know if they're trying to prove her wrong as she's answering the questions, but they're writing more questions inside jury box. Unbelievable, Jane. But the questions were in favor of the prosecution, in my opinion.
Yeah, let me ask you a quick question, though. As she's answering the questions, because she has an answer for everything, all right? So they're questioning her fog. Oh, you say you have a fog. You don't remember stabbing him, but you remember this, you remember that, you remember that. When she answers, do they go, or they go like, oh, God? What's the how is the jury responding to her answers?
They are sitting back. They're studying her face. They are, as she's answering, some jurors are arms crossed, leaning back, staring at her. Some are taking notes as she's answering them. But most of them are studying her face. They're studying her expressions. That is how this jury is reacting. They're not, you can't see a lot of facial expression, but you know that they're studying her, their body language. Listen, they are looking at her.
Beth Karas, you have covered so many trials. I have never seen anything like this. By the way, 95% don't think the jury's buying Jodi's story, but she's on the stand 17 days. It's now going to be 18, 19. They're writing more questions. It's like the Kafka novel, The Trial, where the guy is going to trial, but he never quite gets there. This is Kafka-esque. It's surreal. It's crazy. It's out of control officially. I will declare it right now. I mean, you've covered so many trials. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Well, I've never seen anything like it with all of these elements. A beautiful young woman charged with a capital crime, a vicious murder. She's charged with a vicious killing, I should say. And the state is facing, I mean, they want to execute her, and the jury gets to ask questions, and they've asked over 200 questions. All these elements together make it really fascinating. And of course, all the sex and the salaciousness, it's just, you know, you can't get away from it. But regarding the jury questions, I've never seen anything like it. I've been doing research on states that do allow juror questions and the pros and cons, and it's this kind of stuff that has been a con. It doesn't happen very often that the trial can get delayed and bogged down with all these questions. But in the end, the pros win out because the questions are enlightening and it does help the jury understand. And it'll probably
here's my question.
lessen the length of their deliberation.
Here's my question. When you talk to somebody, you ask a question, they answer, you create a relationship of some kind. Now, 200 questions later, this jury, with more questions to come, has a relationship. Will that make it harder for them, despite their cynicism, to put her to death? We're going to debate that on the other side.